Good morning, everyone. This is Maria Micaela Erica B. Imos, your discussant, and the topic that I will discuss is about curriculum implementation. In our previous lesson, we defined what is curriculum. Curriculum is a systematic and intended packaging of competencies. Example, knowledge, skills, and attitudes. They are underpinned by values. Learners should acquire these values through organized learning experiences, both in formal and informal settings. And when we talk about curriculum implementation, it is putting into practice the written curriculum that has been designed in the syllabi, course of study, curricular guides, and subjects. It is a process wherein the learners acquire the planned or intended knowledge, skills, and attitudes that are aimed at enabling the same learners to function effectively in the society. Ornstein and Hankins define curriculum implementation as the interaction between the curricula that has been written and planned and the person or the teachers who are in charge to deliver it. It implies the following. First, shift from what is the current to a new or enhanced curriculum. Second, change knowledge, actions, attitudes of the person involved, change behavior using a new strategies and resources, change which requires efforts, hence goals should be achievable. While Lux and Lieberman define the curriculum as a trying out of a new practice and what it looks like when actually used in the school system, it simply means that implementation should bring desired change and improvement. In classroom context, curriculum implementation means teaching what has been written in the lesson plan. Implementing means using the plan as a guide to engage with the learners in the teacher learning process with the end in the view that learning occurred and the learning outcomes have been achieved. We have three elements of curriculum implementation: developmental, participatory, and supportive. First is developmental. Learners should develop multi-perspective and make learning autonomous. There should be the teacher's support in trying new tasks, reflection, and the new experiences and challenge. Second one is participatory. For curriculum implementation to succeed, because other stakeholders like peers, school leader, parents, and curriculum specialists necessary. Third one is the supportive. Curriculum implementation is required in the process of change. Material support like supplies, equipment, conductive learning, environment like classroom, laboratory should be made available. Now, let us know the role of stakeholders in implementing the curriculum. Stakeholders are individuals or institutions that are interested in school curriculum. They are the one who shape the school curriculum implementation. As you can see in the picture, these are the stakeholders in curriculum implementation. And later on, I will discuss the role in implementing curriculum. First is learners at the center of the curriculum. As you can see, yung pinakita kong picture kanina, makikita natin na the learner is placed at the center. Why? Because they are the very reason a curriculum is developed. They are the one who are directly influenced by it. Learners in all levels make or unmake the curriculum by their active and direct involvement. How each individual learners contribute to the realization of a planned curriculum will depend on the interactions and internalizations of the different learning experiences provided. After all, in curriculum implementation, the concluding question will always be, has the learner learned? May natutunan ba yung bata? Based on Henny definition, she considered the learner as the center of the educational process. Everything in the curriculum should revolve around his or her interests, needs, abilities, and capacities. Sabi naman ni Eman, learners or students are the very reason why school exists. Oo nga naman, di ba? Meron nga school pero walang estudyante. Parang nonsense, sino tuturuan? It is the school's responsibility to further develop the learner's knowledge, skills, talents, and attitude to face the different situations in life. The second one is teacher as curriculum developers and implementers. The person who direct implements the curriculum, in whose hands direction and guidance are provided for successful implementation. They are the one who prepares and implements the day-to-day activities. Their main roles are planning and writing the curriculum. After all, the teachers know their students better than others involved in the curriculum process. Teacher as a curriculum maker. A teacher writes a curriculum daily sa pamamagitan ng paggawa ng lesson plan, unit plan, or yearly plan. Ina-address nila dito yung goals, needs, interests ng isang learners by creating experiences from where the students can learn. The teacher designs, enriches, and modifies the curriculum to suit the learner's characteristics. Next is a teacher as a curriculum developer. Part of textbooks committees, faculty selection boards, school evaluation committee, or textbook writers themselves, empowered to develop their own school curricula, and they become architect of the school curriculum. Lastly, teacher as a curriculum implementer. Which of the plans should be put into action and how should it be done? And what are the decisions teachers should make? Curriculum implementation is now giving life to the written material. Parang ito na yung i-implement ng teacher, how he or she apply it to her or his student, kung paano niya ituturo, ano yung gagawin niya strategy, gagamitin niya strategies, techniques, or learning materials for their students or learner to learn better. The teacher is the one who guide, facilitate, and directing activities which will be done by the students. Based on Adan's view about the teacher as the curriculum maker and implementer na, teachers shape the school curriculum by sharing the experiences that they have and the resources they are capable of giving or imparting to the learners. But as the old saying goes, what can you give if you have nothing to give? Apply to this demand of teachers in curriculum implementation. Third is curriculum managers and administrators. Function of the school principal as a curriculum manager are the following. First, to supervise curriculum implementation, to select and recruit new teachers, to admit students, to procure equipment and materials needed for effective learning, and to plan for the improvement of school facilities and physical plants. The question here is, why are school administrators and curriculum managers important to curriculum implementation? Firstly, the school administrators are the one are the people who are responsible in the formulation of the school's vision, philosophy, mission, and objectives. They provide necessary leadership in evaluating teaching personnel and school program. Keeping records of curriculum and reporting learning outcomes are also the manager's responsibilities. Fourth is parents as supporters to the curriculum. In the phrase says that my child and my money goes to the school. What is the implication of this statement to the school curriculum? So it simply means that the parents are the best supporters of the school, especially because they are the ones paying for their child's education. Parents would be willing to pay the cost of educating their child for as long as their children get the best learning or school experiences. Parents' voices are very loud and clear. Sa bansa natin na, it is a general fact na kahit na college na tayong mga estudyante, nakasuporta pa rin or responsible pa rin yung parents natin sa ating edukasyon. The power of parents to influence curricula to include instructional materials in school activities is great, such that success of curricula would somehow depend on their support. Fifth is community members as curriculum resources. The success in the implementation of the curriculum requires resources. However, most often teachers complain that resources are very scarce. There are no books, materials, nor facilities available. These are the usual complaints of the teachers. The community members and materials in this local community can very well substitute for what are needed to implement. Respected community members may be included in school boards, as in some school. Lastly, other stakeholders in curriculum implementation. Professional organizations have shown great influence in school curriculum. They are being asked by curriculum specialists to contribute in curriculum review because they have a voice in licensure examination and curriculum enhancement. Example, teacher organization, lawyers organization, and etc. On the other hand, since all schools in the country are under the regulation of the national government as provided for in the Philippines Constitution, then the government has a great stake in curriculum implementation. The government is represented by the DepEd for basic education curricula and the CHED for the tertiary and graduate education curricula. These two government agencies have mandatory and regulatory powers over the implementation of any curricula. The third government agency that has high stake in the school's curricula is the Professional Regulation Commission, or PRC. In conclusion, curriculum development and its implementation is a collective effort by all stakeholders, guided by national and state standards in hope to provide our nation children with the necessary tools to become productive citizens and successful human beings.